Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Sign him up for the Box of Bait Club and he'll never be hungry again. The Box of Bait Club is a brand new dream come true for every fisherman. Something new and different in your tackle box every month. Every month, another excuse to get outside and do what you love. Don't let this one get away. The Box of Bait Club is currently accepting a limited number of pre-orders with subscriptions starting at $39.95 per month. Find out more now. Log on to boxofbaitclub.com.
I'm just so happy my father had a chance to see his kids before he passed. I just want to say thank you.
When her father fell ill, the American Red Cross was able to help get Veronica's brother home from the Navy to speak to his father one last time. It's thanks to your donations that we can connect military families when they need it most. Please donate today at redcross.org.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom133.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom133.com. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom133.com.
Attention business owners. We know that owning a business means getting things done right now. So if your right now list includes a new building, call the Right Now Company. General Steel. We can design a building for your business quickly and save you thousands of dollars. That's right, thousands. You may think General Steel only builds large projects or that you can't afford General Steel quality. Well, check these prices. How about a 40 by 60 foot building for under $22,000 or even a 50 by 100 for under $35,000? That's right, a 5,000 square foot building for under $35,000. And these buildings all have General Steel quality. Best of all, you can still order a building and have it delivered in time to build this year. How's that for right now? So if your right now list includes a new building, call the Right Now Company, General Steel.
800-393-5756. 800-393-5756. 800-393-5756. That's 800-393-5756.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
Boy, man, I had a rough night's sleep. Boy, I got a letter from the IRS yesterday and I just couldn't sleep. Man, I'm dying here. Somebody help me.
IRS problems affect more than just your finances. If you're ready to take back control of your life and you owe more than $10,000, you need to call the tax doctor. Their expert staff can immediately protect you from the IRS and state collectors and get you the best possible tax settlement guaranteed. The IRS has recently released new programs geared in helping struggling taxpayers, where you may qualify to settle your tax debt and wipe out up to 85% or more of what you currently owe. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call the tax doctor right now. See if you qualify to pay less. 800-989-1694. 800-989-1694. 800-989-1694. Again, 800-989-1694.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge. Coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still live free or die. It is not big government or bust. And yes, I did check again today just to make sure it has not yet changed. The call-in number this morning, 603-835-3224. Again, that's 603-835-3224. Here it is on a Tuesday, January the 12th already. And what is that? It's approaching the middle of the month of January 2016. The first month of the year is almost half over. How fast is time moving for you? It's moving really fast for me because I'm having a whole bunch of fun here, let me tell you. Although, speaking of fun, got a lot to cover today. A lot of stuff. I know I wasn't here yesterday live. I do apologize. Had some family legal matters to attend to in the state of New York. Thank you, New York State, for being so difficult in legal matters. Just ridiculous. This is why I say that, you've got too many. The reason why, we have more regulations and rules on the books than we have laws. Now, however, regulations and rules are not laws, but in this country, they often carry the same weight and penalties, or even greater weight and penalties than the law itself. And regulations are not passed by Congress. Regulations are passed by bureaucrats, and they're treated like laws that are passed by Congress. So, see, this is the kind of stuff that really has to stop. Because you have a bunch of unelected, unaccountable, bureaucratic officials in Washington, D.C., who decide that, this way is going to be the best way to do something. And there's no debate. I mean, they have these false things called, these fake things called, open arguments or what have you, forums and such, and meetings, just to let you know about whenever you get to the point where a bureaucrat or a department or an agency has an open comment period on something, 9 times out of 10, the regulations have already been written. And they're not even paying attention to what you have to say. And yet when they decide to publish these regulations and rules, there is no review of them by our elected officials. They just get placed in the Federal Register, and they effectively become law. There is no accountability. Oftentimes, a citizen can't sue to get the regulation changed or dropped because they've added another obstacle in our way called standing. Well, you haven't been affected by this law or this regulation yet, so you don't have any standing. Well, wait, so I have to wait until I'm harmed by this regulation before I can sue to get them to stop? Yes, because otherwise there's no such thing as having standing. You're an American citizen. Your federal government of this country has issued a rule that is akin to a law. You automatically have standing. There's no such thing as standing. I mean, this is something that judges came up with, some time ago to try to keep, without trying to damage the federal government and the federal power base. Because they knew that they couldn't let certain things go to trial. They really couldn't. Because it would end up having to be ruled against the federal government. Let's see. We already have a call this morning, 850. You're live on the Rod Eccles Show. Go.
Yeah, I want to call and voice my support for Donald Trump.
Of course you do.
I'm from Florida. Yeah. I think all Christians in this country should really think hard about Donald Trump because Donald Trump is trying to fight and keep Americans safe from Muslims, from Islam, people that want to come in and destroy our country. And he's trying to do everything to protect it, close our borders down. It'll provide more jobs. It'll cause the pay to go up because jobs will be in great demand. There'll be a lot of companies that need more workers. And you don't think Ted Cruz would do that? No, I don't think.
You don't think Fiorina would do that?
Ted Cruz is just another that's going to be a yes man to what Washington wants.
Well, he hasn't been a yes man yet, but okay. Do you think Carly Fiorina would do that? Would protect Americans in the border?
No.
You don't think Carly would? You don't think Dr. Carson would be able to do that?
No. I think Trump's the one that came out, brought it all out to the open, and now everybody's trying to copy him. I don't think their heart's in it.
Well, I heard something earlier this morning about somebody saying that Cruz was copying Trump. To be fair, actually, Cruz has been saying a lot of this stuff well before the presidential race started and anybody decided to get in, including Trump. So I think it's a little bit unfair to characterize him as a yes man. This guy is like a Rand Paul. He's been standing up against the establishment since the first day he was elected. So,
Cruz is senator of Texas. Texas is the biggest state. More drugs come through the border of Texas. More illegal aliens come through the border of Texas. Well, if you can't fix your own state, how are you going to fix the United States?
Well, remember they can't put troops. They can't put National Guard troops on the border. That's already been said. No. The Fed said that's our realm of responsibility. Texas can't do anything about it. And you got the same thing happening over in Arizona. Sheriff Arpaio tried to do some stuff, and other sheriffs over there in Arizona, they have huge counties out there, and they've been told, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. So is it really the fault of Ted Cruz that the federal government isn't living up to their responsibility? I mean, the president isn't protecting the borders. President at the time, when Ted Cruz was first elected, is Obama. So can we really blame any of the senators? Because you got Rand Paul, too. Would Rand Paul close the borders, do you think? Do you think he'd protect us?
No, but I think Donald Trump would be the one that would do what he said. He's not getting any money from anybody. He's funding everything himself. He's not going to owe anybody favors. And we all know, all these people that donate all this big money, they're going to come back to these, oh, you remember all this money we donated to you? It is